Hello students, this is Miss Science, and this week we are going to discuss about one of the properties of matter, that is solubility. We've been talking about properties of matter the past 2 weeks, but this week we are going to focus on that specific property. So I want you to take a moment, think about it, and then discuss with your table. Why do you think the knowledge of solubility is useful for us? Take a moment. Okay? I'm gonna do a little demonstration and then we will go back to answer together that question. I have here with me a little bit of brownish sugar, salt, and coffee. Plus, I'm using recycled bottles, so they are transparent, so you can see whether the substance is soluble or not soluble. And as solvent, remember that word, solvent, we're going to use water. So here are your keywords so far. Solubility, we are going to try to dissolve these things in water. Dissolve is another keyword, plus the solvent, that is water. So I'm going to try to pour about the same amount of water in each container. Let's do it like half a cup. And then I'm gonna use this spoon to pour a full spoon into my first container. Okay, you see all the sugar went down, but as I'm using this recycled stuff that has, I'm gonna use to help me mix up and find out if this is easier than using the spoon, right? So as you can see, most of the sugar is dissolving water. There is still a little bit down. I don't know if you can see that, right? Maybe if I keep shaking the bottle with its lid on, at first it looks a little bit messy, but then it becomes clearer, you see? So we can deduce that sugar was able to dissolve in water. We don't see that residue at the bottom anymore, you see? It is clear. And another keyword for today, when something like sugar dissolves in something else like water, it's evenly dissolved, meaning that every part of this solution, because now we are going to call this solution, every part of this solution has the same amount of water and the same amount of sugar. That means if I taste it, it's going to taste the same on top or on bottom. Doesn't matter where I take the water from. You see? So that's another two keywords. Solution is the mixed that I made with the water and the sugar, and evenly distributed. The sugar is evenly distributed in the water, so it will taste the same. Remember that, okay? Let's do our second demonstration. So I'm gonna try and do about the same amount of water. This bottle has different shape, so that can remind us that, I'm gonna take a moment to remember you that this is a different shape, and liquids take the shape of its container, right? Okay, so let's do our experiment with salt. I'm gonna take a spoonful of salt and pour it into my second bottle. I'm gonna close the bottle with the lid. You see how it's looks snowy and the salt is down? Well, instead of using the spoon, I'm gonna shake the bottle to make it easier for me to make the solution. So as you can see, it takes a little time and a little force, the same force you will apply if you were using a spoon to mix. That's another keyword for today, mixed. So we have, let's remember while the salt is getting ready, as you can see, it looks like it's dissolving. And it looks like we don't have any residue on the bottom of the bottle. That means that it's already dissolved, right? I'm gonna try to shake it a little bit more. And you can tell me later, what are you observing? Yes, there are some bubbles of water there, but that is because when I shake it, it may take a little air from the empty part of the bottle. So yes, it looks like salt is also dissolving in water. Now you see the color of the sugar is a brownish sugar. That's the reason it's like a little bit yellowish. And then we have salt that is a little bit whitish color. Let's try another one. I'm gonna use another bottle. Remember, recycle, reuse, reduce. We want to care for our environment, right? Okay, the rest of the water is more or less the same amount of water. And this time, I'm gonna use a spoonful of coffee. This coffee is supposed to be soluble coffee. Remember, there are different types of coffee. Some coffee, we need a coffee maker to do it. But some coffee, because we don't have time sometimes in the morning to drink coffee, we can dissolve. So let's see. Wow, this was fast. It make a lot of foam, but it got dissolved. See, there is no, I guess it was a lot of coffee. Eventually, this foam is going to disappear, and then we can see the solution. But the important thing is that you see there is no coffee, no solid coffee like this left, right? So now, going back to my first question, why is solubility useful for our knowledge of physical properties? What can I use that for? Can you give me some ideas? Now I'm gonna stop the video and let's discuss this together. You will have a chance later to practice making solutions by yourselves. So let's remember the keywords for today. Solubility, solution, this is solution number 1 with sugar, solution number 2 with salt, solution number 3 with coffee. You see the foam is less and less. Solution is when two things are already mixed. The other word is dissolve. The salt dissolved in water. The sugar also dissolved in water. And the coffee also dissolved in water. And they are evenly dissolved, meaning that every part has the same amount of salt and every part has the same amount of water. Same like this, every part has the same amount of sugar and every part has the same amount of water. So it doesn't matter if you taste from the top or the bottom, it's going to taste the same. Thank you for paying attention, and let's discuss about solubility even more.